Chicago Cars Direct. Today we've got something truly spectacular for you. This is a 2004 Lamborghini Murcielago. Mounted in the rear of the Lamborghini here, you're going to find the stock version of the 6.2 liter V12 engine. Now this engine produces 580 horsepower, and this particular car is equipped with the E-Gear 6-speed sequential manual transmission. It's not a traditional manual transmission. You only have two pedals, gas and brake, and a paddles to actuate the shift, but this car really does drive like brand new. It is not modified from the factory. It's a fully stock car, and this car has gone through the Lamborghini Certified Pre-Owned program, which is a huge vote of confidence. Ton of service done to it, but as the car sits, it's pretty amazing. Let's get a walk around it because the condition is absolutely phenomenal. This particular owner who originally had the car put 3M, the clear bra covering, on virtually everything that could have a contact point. I just want to note a couple of blemishes on the car. This is definitely the most significant of all. This is just a little scuff on the front here, and it actually goes through the 3M clear coat. You can actually see as I peel it back there, but once it's past the plastic, it's literally just on the surface of the paint, so something that is not ridiculous or would be terribly tough to repair. But everything else along the front is perfect. There's a couple little dimples in the 3M. It does not go into the paint, so that imperfection is almost not even worth noting, because as soon as you take that off, you don't have any issues. But let's walk around on the side here. You can see the standard wheels on here are an 18-inch wheel. This is a Pirelli P0, and the size on the front here is a 245 35 ZR18. You can see these are Brembo brakes in here with cross-drilled rotors. But take a look down the side, it's stunning. See those mirrors that are aerodynamically designed to still work at 200 plus miles an hour. You can see there's 3M all around the door handle here to protect that. There's 3M just along here on any of the leading edges, and the entire rocker. You can see it does come around the wheel well over to there, and the entire mirror assembly as well. They got it along here. These are a variable height wing. As the car actually is in when it operates pretty warm, these will actually lift up, and what they'll do is they'll allow for more air to come into the engine to cool it down. But this car doesn't really run very hot, so I don't know how hot it has to be to do that. On the rear here, again, 18-inch wheel. You can see the Brembos in there, Speedline wheels from the factory. 335/30 ZR18s on the rear. It's quite a lot of meat on those tires. Walking around to the rear, you can see everything is absolutely excellent. Look at the attention to detail on this headlamp cluster. I mean, you got 3 different individual lenses. All these grills have functional fans inside them. They do blow out the hot air when you're moving. Those are stock exhaust pipes there, twin outlets. And then look around to the passenger side. Tires, wheels, everything. 3M is all in the same place. Gas cap's on the passenger side, so when you buy it and got to put gas in it, you'll know it's already there. One other tiny little blemish to note here: there's a small scratch in the rocker down here. It could easily be repaired and touched up, but it is all in original condition, so I didn't want to obviously play with that. But again, passenger side all the way down, phenomenal. In the bonnet, as we'll say in proper European speak, you're not going to find the most giant trunk. Obviously, I don't think anybody would expect that, but you've got all the original stickers from the factory here. You got the PPG sticker, which shows the color, which is Azzurro Aquarius. The leveling numbers, and then something in Italian with Lamborghini, so that's great. But it does have a organizer in here. You got this area here, but if you pull this up, you're going to find a whole nother storage tray. It does have all the full spares that come with it. Lamborghini gives you a couple bulbs, fuses, fuse puller. Do have complete books from the factory, so obviously that's something you're going to want. And then the full tool kit, which I'll show you, has some pretty cool stuff in it. Take a look inside here. You know, Lamborghinis are so unique. I mean, the driving position is definitely one that is probably without peer, but this interior is perfect. It smells brand new. If you've ever smelled an exotic Italian car, you can smell the Italian leather before anything else. But just to get in, there's a little bit of a method to the madness. Once with the scissor door up, just drop your butt right in. Make sure you swivel over carefully, not to disturb the leather. But once you're in, the car fits you like a glove. You pull this down, very low effort to slam it, and it's a very solid slam. The car's made very well. You can tell that the build quality is definitely something that they seek to improve on. But you do have the E-gear paddles up here. This is a tilt and telescoping steering column, so I'm really not challenged too much to find the right adjustment. You got a manual lumbar adjustment back here as well as the rake. But these seats, as thin as they may be, are really supportive and very comfortable. Inside I'm comfy. I'm a 6-footer and I can actually move this back a little bit to get myself a little bit more room. But you do have a lot of luxury features in here. It's a digital automatic climate control, as well as a in-dash CD player here. Pop that on right there, and you got a single slot right there so you can listen to your favorite music on a decent stereo. It's really not that bad. Little Zeppelin. Good times. Below that, you're going to find this entire console here. You got a lot of manageable functions. Up here, you're going to find the button that will actually raise the front end of the car. You do have a hydraulic lift system in the front. TCS traction control system. You do have 4-wheel drive, but the traction control will supplant it. This will raise the rear wings, as we talked about on the exterior. Back here, you're going to find a couple of the functions for the E-gear. You can find your sport mode, which will facilitate quicker shifts and allow the engine to rev a little bit quicker. Right here, active suspension management. I keep in the auto setting if I ever drive these. Right now, as it sits, the car's not running, but it shows it's in 3. 1 being the softest, 4 being the most potent, but the automatic setting usually seems to work the best. But look at the interior. I mean, the stitching on here, everything on the dashboard is leather, the whole console, even this finish here is leather, aluminum. You know, when you spend this kind of money on a car, including the leather that's over my head right now, you kind of expect that. But then again, this is Lamborghini. I usually go the way of getting as much possible performance on our little on-ramp escapades, but this car is an almost priceless car, so I don't want to go too crazy, but second gear thrust, I'm coming in so hot on this corner here, but the feedback, this steering is actually amazing. I think for as exotic as this car feels, wow, we're doing a really good clip here. As exotic as this thing feels, it's very comfortable and you got a lot of confidence. Third gear carries us out. We could be going down to second right now if we wanted to, but wow, is that amazing. Symphonic noise as well. Unreal. As one would imagine, there's pretty brisk acceleration in a 12-cylinder Lamborghini. David, brace yourself. Good times were had by all. The world famous now semi-thrust test. I chirped the traction too, holy cow! Awesome! This is a privilege to get behind the wheel of this thing. This could carry the flag for a certified pre-owned car for the Lamborghini line. And just to be able to experience it on the open road, and here, cruising along at 65 miles an hour, I'm in 6th gear, I'm perfectly comfortable. We're riding along on not even the best of highways. It doesn't ride bad, the steering's nice and light at this speed, and I'm just having fun. I really am. And everybody, of course, stares at it because it is a pretty outrageous looking car. But I'll bet anyone who's ever, I guess, owned or driven one of these, it's probably been very pleasantly surprised at how truly simple the driving experience is. The rewards depend on you. If you want to drive it around, it's as docile as can be. If you want to really rev it up, obviously you get that symphonic Italian noise. And actually, I didn't think I would want this car in E-gear, but listen to this. It blips the throttle for you as you go down. That's 4th. That's 3rd. That's 2nd. and this is blast off. So solid. What an incredible car. And if it was 2004, I probably wouldn't question this car being brand new. It does have some miles on it, but obviously very well loved car. One of the closest driving experiences to new, and I have driven a handful of these. I've driven rough ones, I've driven brand new ones, and I mean brand new, 20 miles on the odometer. And this car really doesn't stray from it. The brakes feel really solid, the tires are virtually brand new. The alignment's fantastic, and the clutch is actually brand new as well. So I know when they replace that, that's a huge piece that you're not going to have to worry about for a long time to come. I've got a whole bunch of information here. This car did go through the Lamborghini Certified Pre-Owned inspection, and knowing that it had, obviously it came from Lamborghini Chicago, so their tech, Bill, who's probably one of the best Lamborghini guys in the area, if not the country, actually signed off on it. But the car is really spectacular, even as it came in when they did the inspection. I mean, it really came in spectacular shape. Really a very pretty car. I also have a couple repair invoices here from Lamborghini Chicago, totaling about $15,500. I also have a copy of the Auto Check Vehicle History Report, which shows it is a two-owner car, both in Southern California. But beyond that, just a couple registration events, and that's really all of it. But go to our website, check us out online. You're going to find us at chicagocarsdirect.com, where you'll see more than 60 pictures of this Lamborghini. Or check us out on YouTube, where we got highlights of a lot of our other cars. You'll find us there at youtube.com/chicagocarsdirect. Thanks for going for a spin with us in a pretty amazing vehicle today. If I, took the rest of the week off, I would say my week has been made. But thanks for spending some time. We'll see you soon.